Good afternoon, Philadelphia Graveyard and History. Today we are at Montgomery County Cemetery. This is the second general of the Civil War we are visiting. Today we are visiting John F Hartranft, Major General, United States Civil War. John Frederick Hartranft was born December 16, 1830 in New Hanover, Montgomery County, PA. He died on October the 17th, 1889, age 58, in Norristown, Montgomery County, PA. He's buried here at Montgomery County Cemetery, West Norriton Township, Montgomery County, PA. And he is buried all the way in the far back Hartranft section near the river. Hartranft held many titles during his life. Civil War Brevet Major General, Medal of Honor recipient at Manassas First Bull Run, Commanding Officer of the Old Capitol Prison, Special Provost Marshal at Trial of Lincoln Conspirators in 1865, Pennsylvania Attorney General 1866, 1872, 17th Governor of the State of Pennsylvania from January 21st, 1873 to January 21st, 1879. 5th Commander-in-Chief of the Union Veterans, GAR, Grand Army of the Republic. U.S. Postmaster, 1879, 1881. Court Collector for Philadelphia, 1881 to 1885. And Commander of the PA National Guard. Hartranft lived in Norristown as a child after his family moved from Hanover Township, which is out by Pottstown, PA. He attended Marshall College in Mercersburg, a forerunner to Franklin and Marshall College in Lancaster. He moved to New York, where he completed his degree in civil engineering from Union College in Schenectady. In 1854, he was appointed Deputy Sheriff of Montgomery County, PA. He was also active in the Norristown Fire Company. After reading the law and apprenticed with an established firm, Hartranft was admitted to the bar in 1860. And he entered the Pennsylvania militia, being promoted to the rank of colonel. Civil War service. In April 1861, Hartranft raised a Montgomery County regiment of 90-day volunteers in Norristown, serving as colonel of the 4th Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry. When their term of enlistment was up, the infantry returned to Pennsylvania, although it was the eve of the First Battle of Bull Run and the firing had already begun. Hartranft was humiliated by his men's decision to go home. He stayed to fight with the Army on July 21st, 1861. This act earning him the Medal of Honor, presented on August 21st, 1886, for volunteering his service to fellow Pennsylvania Colonel William B. Franklin. Hartranft raised a 3-year regiment, the 51st Pennsylvania Infantry, and became its colonel. They first served on the North Carolina coast in Burnside's expedition. He also led them at the Battle of Roanoke Island and New Bern. At the Second Battle of Bull Run and at South Mountain. They also fought at the Battle of Antietam, where Hartranft led the famous charge across Burnside's Bridge, suffering 120 casualties. They participated at the Battle of Fredericksburg. Then the 51st Pennsylvania was transferred to the Western Theater, where Hartranft saw action at the battles of Vicksburg, Campbell Station, and Knoxville. He commanded the 1st Brigade, 3rd Division of the 9th Corps in the Overland Campaign, participating in fighting at the Wilderness and Spotsylvania. And he was promoted to Brigadier General on May 12, 1864. He continued in operations against Richmond and Petersburg. His brigade distinguished themselves in Battle of Lebo's Farm. When the 9th Corps was reorganized, Hartranft was given command of the new 3rd Division, consisted of newly raised Pennsylvania regiments. He was brevetted Major General by Lieutenant General Ulysses S. Grant for defeating Confederate General Robert E. Lee's last offensive at the Battle of Fort Stedman. He brought his untested division from its reserve position and counterattacked to recover the captured fort. If you are enjoying this video, please subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell to receive updates of when I post new videos. And now let's continue with our visit to John F. Hartranft. In the aftermath of the assassination of the United States President Abraham Lincoln, Hartranft was appointed both commanding officer of the old Capitol Prison in Washington, D.C., and as a special provost marshal during the trial of those accused in the Lincoln assassination. George Atzerodt, David Herard, Lewis Payne, also known as Lewis Powell, and Mary Surratt, who would become the first woman to be executed by the United States government. The trial lasted from May 9th, 1865 until the convictions of Atzerodt, Harold, Payne, and Surratt in late June. At 1:15 p.m. on July 7th, 1865, Hartranft led the four to the gallows in what is now called Fort Leslie McNair. When asked if the convicted had any final statement, the spiritual advisor of Herard and Payne stated that both men wished to thank Hartranft and the officers and soldiers serving under him for their kindness they displayed during their incarceration. Following prayers for each of the prisoners, Hartranft read the order of the War Department, embracing the President's executive order for the execution. The prisoners were then simultaneously hung. Following the war, Hartranft switched political party alliances and became a Republican. He was appointed to serve in former General John W. Geary's Pennsylvania administration as Auditor General from 1867 to 1873. In 1872, Hartranft was elected as governor of the state of Pennsylvania, the 17th governor. He was a strong advocate for education, municipal reform, regulation of banking, improving industry and commerce, and the reorganization of the National Guard. He supported suffrage for African Americans, fought the corruption of Simon Cameron's political machine, and championed the rights of the working man. He was the 5th Commander-in-Chief of the Union Veterans Organization, the Grand Army of the Republic, serving from 1875 to 1877. He was also a member of the Military Order of Loyal Legion of the United States. The United States celebrated its centennial as a nation in 1876 while he was governor. Hartranft saw that Pennsylvania led the way in the celebration that was centered in Philadelphia's Fairmount Park. At the Republican National Convention of June of 1876, he was a contender for the presidential nomination, but Rutherford B. Hayes of Ohio was eventually selected. He had served with Hartranft during the Civil War in the same Army Corps. After his term as governor, he returned home to Montgomery County in 1879, where he accepted the position of U.S. Postmaster. He was subsequently appointed as Port Collector for Philadelphia, 1881 to 1885, and he was also reappointed to command of the Pennsylvania National Guard, which he had helped develop. On August 26, 1886, Hartranft was awarded the Medal of Honor for valor during the First Battle of Bull Run in 1861, in which his whole regiment went home when their enlistment ended, but he stayed. Hartranft died in Norristown and was buried here in Montgomery Cemetery in West Norriton Township, Montgomery County, PA, near Norristown. The Pennsylvania National Guard later provided an obelisk for his grave, and that Pennsylvania National Guard logo is right here on the other side of his obelisk. On this side lists all the commands during his military term. Norris City Rifles, 1857, Lieutenant Colonel, 1st Battalion, 2nd Division PA Militia, 1858. Colonel, 1st Battalion, 2nd Division PA Militia, 1859. Colonel, 4th Regiment Infantry PA Volunteers, 1861. Colonel, 51st Regiment Infantry PA Volunteers, 1861. Brigadier General, U.S. Volunteers, 1864. Brevet Major General, U.S. Volunteer, 1865. Colonel, 34th U.S. Infantry, 1866. Major General, 2nd Division, PA Militia, 1870. Commander-in-Chief, National Guard, PA, 1873 to 1879. Major General, National Guard, PA, 1879 to 1889. Commander-in-Chief, GAR, 1875 to 1877. This is his actual stone and the ground in which he is actually buried right here. And here is his Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor citation. Voluntarily served as an aide and participated in the battle after expiration of his term of service. Distinguished himself in rallying several regiments which had been thrown into confusion. August 26, 1886. Here's his wife, Sally, 1835-1914. His parents, Samuel, 1806-1880. Mother Mary, 1804-1890. Daughter Marion. Husband is buried in Camden, New Jersey. Marion is 1865 to 1835. 1935, excuse me. Daughter Annie, 1867, 1915. Son Samuel, 1855, 1921. Samuel's wife, Sally, 1863, 1928. And the two toddlers who died very young. Ada, 1858, 1862, and Wilson, 1859, 1862. And this is the general's mother-in-law, Ann Corson Sebring, 1806 to 1876. And this is the front of his obelisk. I showed you the side with the list, and on the back side his two political titles: Auditor General of Pennsylvania, 1866 to 1872, and Governor of Pennsylvania, 1873 to 1879. There are many memorials to John Hartranft, including the street out in front of the cemetery here, Hartranft Avenue. There is a street in South Philadelphia, Packer Park section, near the stadiums, named for him. There is also a school here in Norristown, and there is a equestrian statue of the general on the PA State Capitol grounds in Harrisburg. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. And now we're on to the third general in this cemetery, Winfield Scott Hancock.